Beautiful life. Beautiful life. Let's do Blur a favor. If you guys can repeat after me, let's just say a few words, okay? You guys ready? Go Packers.
Go Packers.
All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Growing up with Blur was probably one of the craziest things you've ever seen. This Blur that you guys saw that was all nice and stuff, that's not the Blur I grew up with, okay? The Blur I grew up with he was one of the meanest guys that you will ever meet. Let me just show you guys something. Blur would be sitting there, and I would be sitting there, and he would sit there and just stare at you and just pow, punch you for no reason, just. Or when you're asleep, what Blur would do is he would come and he'd give you an elbow drop. You're sleeping, you're just sleeping outdoor, elbow drop. Or we went to, I see some faces, familiar faces from Milwaukee. We went to school in Milwaukee, and there was a bus stop there, and we would go to the bus stop. And at the bus stop, we would get in fights. And this is me and Blur. We were. See, Blur's probably the best looking one of all of us sons. I'm the second one. Okay, just remember that. I'm the second best looking one. But we would get in fights at the bus stop, and I would get in a fight with some chubby guy that was there. My dad doesn't know this. But we would get in fights there, and instead of Blur helping me, he'd go, "Man, you're sorry, man." So every time we get in fights and I lose, it's like, "Man, you're sorry." That's Blur's words. "Man, you're sorry." And my life, living with Blur is like living with a bully for your whole life, okay? So if you guys have ever had bullies in your life, just imagine living with them for the whole time. And so one day we went to Georgia to visit Jason and the Ying and them, and Blur was bullying me one day, and he was just pushing me around, so I had enough of it. And so I took my cup and my water, I had a cup of water, and I think Jace was there. Jace probably saw this. I had a cup of water, and Blur was bullying me, so I just threw it all over him, and I just ran. I was like, "Yeah, it feels so good." But later on, Blur beat me up. But something happened. I'm going to tell you guys something. Something beautiful happened. Something beautiful happened in Blur's life. I remember sitting in church one day, and Blur had met someone very beautiful. Blur had met someone that was bigger than him, that was greater than him. And I sat there in the crowd, and he said this. He went to the stage, and he said this: "I have received Christ as my Lord and Savior. I have received Christ as my Lord and Savior." And if you've ever received Christ as your Lord and Savior, you know how it feels when you see God's glory and God's greatness. When you see His holiness and you sit there and you see your sin and you begin to see, hey, I'm a sinner. And so from this point on, Blur was different. Blur was this Blur that you guys saw, that you see here, the one that lives in your heart. And I just want to tell you, if Blur was here, he would tell you, God is great. And so I'm just going to read, Blur left a letter for all the brothers and sisters. I'm just going to read the last paragraph for you guys, because I think it's very relevant for us, because we're just here for him. It says this: "I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. I just wanted to have things covered, because I failed to do that with Mom. Mom passed away, if you guys didn't know. And I don't want it to happen with you guys. I fought the good fight, and now maybe it's time. Mom was getting lonely, so I guess I'll volunteer to make her laugh again. And I won't regret dying to be in her arms again. I love you guys more than these words can say." And that's just not for me. That's not for my brothers. That's for every single one of you in this room. That He loves you more than words can say. I'm going to tell you, I love you more than words can say. And we just want to celebrate Blur's life. And just thank God for Blur. Amen. Let me pray for us. And this is who's going to go. Father, thank you.